So, ladies and gentlemen, after an amazing midweek games for the title race in La Liga hits up, we had some good games, some nerve-wracking games during the midweek. Barcelona taking on Atletico Madrid and Athletic Bilbao versus Real Madrid. And in the end, both teams won. But right now, with 1 point being the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid, the title race is really beginning to take shape now. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is yet another episode of the Rival Talk. And this time around, guys, I had to bring him back. My man, Sam from Madridista Sam in the building. What's going on, Sam?
I'm all good, man. Big up for having me on, man. Come on.
Hey, listen, man. Good to have you here, man. Listen, obviously, things have kind of been insane, man. Like on the Madrid standpoint, man. I've been watching some of your videos, man. Like the crash outs have been beautiful to watch. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I've been enjoying the absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Since the international break, bro, football has been great. Apart from that Chelsea game for Barcelona, bro, I can't have any complaints, man. Like Barca returned back to the Camp Nou. We returned back to the top of the table after you guys drew 3 games in a row. But you guys did win your last game. But listen, man, Sam, tell me what's things been like, bro, ever since like the return of the football after the international break. Because Madrid haven't really returned well, have they?
No, it's been shit. I've lost faith in these players. I've lost faith in the manager, and with all due respect, I'm keeping it now consistent. Even if we do win the league, I want some of these senior players gone. I want new blood in this club so bad, so bad. And we've just got confirmed today. Alaba is not signing a new deal. Well, good. That's number one. I need Rodrigo to now go next. You need to leave. I need Ceballos to leave. I need Brahim to leave. I need all these men to just leave, bro. Frank Garcia, all these men. I just need them all to go. All of them needs to go. All of them. And I want fresh blood in, bro. I want it so bad. Nico Paz is officially coming back. That's a step in the right direction
Oh,
now.
he's coming back?
Yeah, Nico Paz is coming back. So now get me another defender, minimum one, if not two, and get me another central midfielder. I don't care if that's Wharton, if that's someone else young, or if that is a more, how do I say, experienced midfielder
Like
that is
Stella,
good
Angela
enough.
Stella, maybe?
Nah, McAllister, someone like that. Someone like
Okay.
that. But we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's going
But
to be interesting, isn't it?
yeah.
Because I feel like with Liverpool's post season, it might just, what didn't look realistic at the start of the season might start to look a little bit more realistic at the end of the
If
season.
Liverpool don't get used to football now, mate, yeah, they're
Yeah,
absolutely cooked. Because
yeah.
some of their players could leave them.
And I think that the club might actually start selling players because, dude, they spend a lot of money during the summer. So,
Yep.
they're
Yeah,
going to try to
they
want to make some of that money back. So, it depends
yeah.
on how much you guys come in for those players. But, look, listen, you guys did play in midweek, right? But before we go to the Madrid game, let's actually talk about the Barca game since we were the first team to play, right? So, we played Atletico Madrid. It was really an interesting game because, let's be honest, Atletico Madrid, they've been cooking ever since that Madrid derby win, right? They have woken up because they had a slow start to their season, but they picked it up. They started doing well. They started getting results, right? They hadn't lost a game since Espanyol in the second game of the season, right? The last time they dropped points was against Celta Vigo in October 5th. They went on a 7-game winning streak. So I would say for the rivals, you were kind of looking at it and saying, well, they're playing Atletico Madrid at the worst time because Atletico Madrid are in good form. You understand
Yeah,
what I
what
mean,
do they
right?
do? Yeah, and then bottle jobs turn up against you and then they just gift you the win, like they always do.
But look, at the end of the day, it ended 3-1, right? I mean, look, I get, like, you were disappointed. I mean, listen, you hate Atletico Madrid, so even them losing just kind of just pissed you off even more. You understand what I mean, right? So it's not like you kind of were expecting anything out of them, and then they ended up disappointing you. You feel me, right? But what did you think about the overall performance from Barca's standpoint, but also from Atletico's standpoint? So let's start with Barca's standpoint. What did you think of like our performance in the game?
I mean, you guys were actually quite good offensively. It's just your defense again that I was like, yo, again, issues defensively one more time. But offensively, you were better with Rafinha there.
Mm.
I think you're good enough to win La Liga, but I just don't think you're good enough to win the UCL. But La Liga, I
No.
think you'll win. But look, Atletico missed their chances, and then there you go. That's what happens. That's what happens when you miss a chance, man. But look, as soon as as soon as Griezmann missed that chance and Almada missed that open goal, I was like, yeah,
Oh,
that's it, done. Yeah, and I was so angry, and I literally said, I literally said at my own gaff, I was like, this is why I want that club to get burned down to ashes because I can't stand them. I literally hate Atletico more than anything, bro. They only do
mm,
one thing, that's turning up against my club. Any other club, bro,
mm.
they have no interest whatsoever. So yeah, I can't stand them, bro. But it is what you deserve the win at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I can't understand from a Madrid standpoint why you feel that way. So I've always said this, right? Because sometimes with fans, especially the Barca fans, are like, that's not true, this and this and this. We just have their number and all that. But I've always said this, right? Because I watch a lot of La Liga, I'll be the first to admit, whenever I watch Atletico versus Real Madrid, I think Atletico take the Madrid game more serious than they take us. Even though they do sometimes play well against, especially in Europe, right? For some reason, they play their best football against Barca in Europe. You understand what I mean, right? In the league, however, we always roll them over. You understand what I mean, right? Even during the Simeone era, prime Simeone era, they still couldn't beat us back then in the league. You understand what I mean, right? Whether it was home or away, right? I think when Suarez's first season when they beat us at the Wanda was the first time they beat us in like years, like 5-6 years, right? Last season, they beat us at the Montjuic. That's the first time they actually beat Barca at home since 2007. So to say that we have their number would be a huge understatement. You understand what I mean, right? And listen, I do agree because I'll tell you this, right? In my lifetime watching Madrid derbies, I've watched prime Real Madrid under Mourinho and all that when Simeone was just starting at Atletico, and they still would beat you guys. Even at this Bernabeu, I've seen them beat you 2-1, 1-0. You understand what I mean, right? This season, right, absolutely battered you in that Madrid derby. Last season,
Yeah,
both
it's
games
true
ended
there,
in
bro.
a
I
draw.
can't stand them. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
stand
so
them.
they do turn up. And look, I feel like it's different because let's be honest, right? When it comes to Barca and Madrid, it's history. The rivalry comes from the history between both clubs that's been running for over a century. When it comes to Atletico, they don't have that history with us, even though they are from Madrid. You understand what I mean, right? So to them, you guys are the ops. You guys are the biggest ops. You understand what I mean, right? So they take you guys more. They take L's against you guys harder than they take L's against us. Where they're like, okay, we're disappointed, but we're just disappointed because we're out of the title race. Whereas
Yeah,
with
which is why
Real
I want that
Madrid,
club liquidate, bro. Which is why I want them liquidate. I can't, bro. Honestly, my hatred for them is just something else, bro. Yeah, the day I see that club go down there in the table, it's the day I'm gonna celebrate, bro. Fuck them.
yeah, man. But
But
look,
it
I'm not
is
gonna
what it
lie to you,
is.
man. It was a good game, and listen, Atletico started the game well, right? Like they were on the front, like they were playing very very well. We kind of had a slow start to the game, but eventually we began to pick it up, and we started playing better as the game pace went on. You understand what I mean, right? We started cooking, and in the end, the high line again, Bayena's goal, bro. Again, I thought, bro, we were done with this. Like seriously, when he bypassed that high line, Kobashi keeping him on side, and then boom,
I mean,
there you go.
Kobarsi is starting to look shaky there. I can't lie. Making too many
He's
mistakes
not,
now. I
bro.
can't
He's
lie.
not ready. Sam,
Nah,
he's not ready to play for
too
my club.
inexperienced. Yeah, yeah,
This
that's
is the
too
problem, Sam.
inexperienced.
Right? I feel like with football fans, right, especially young football fans, they don't understand, bro, the weight that it takes to wear this badge that's behind me. The Barca, and it's the same thing with Madrid. There's a reason why Raul Asensio doesn't start anymore. Even though last season he was starting a lot, and we were calling him Baby Ramos and all this. Look at the season. Because, bro, look, man, if you're coming into every game getting sent off, bro, that's not why you're here. I need a
Yeah,
player that's gonna become. You understand what I mean, right? You're gonna get a red card, but dude, your red cards are gonna be rare. Not every single time you're on the pitch, you get rattled, you start going off on people. You're gonna become a
yeah,
liability. And that's what I look at with Kobashi. I'm like, bro, Kobashi, I see the talent. I really do. There's talent there. I think any football fan who's watched Kobashi can tell you, yeah, there's talent there for sure. Right? He does have the potential. But the problem is everybody's so in a hurry to see this guy be the best. And when you are rushing a player like that, you are running the risk. You understand what I mean, right? Of ruining the player's mentality because he's still young. You're putting him in front of the wolves. Look at what's going on with Araujo right now. This brother got sent off in the game against Chelsea, and now
yeah,
apparently he's going ththrough some mental stuff.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah,
if
yeah.
that's the case, bro, you gotta go. I'm not even. It's not me being. I'm not being an a-hole about it. I'm not. But
Oh no, he can
I
gladly
know my
stay.
club. What's
He can
that?
gladly stay. He can gladly stay.
No, but of
I
course
mean,
you would want him to stay, of course.
yeah,
But
yeah, 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 yeah.
my point is, if you had a player like that at your club, if Lintao or Hoyson, as good as
Oh, I
they've
would have
been,
shipped him out immediately. I would have said, "Get
that's
out.
my point. Because you're like,
You're
bro,
in
do you
conference, mate. Get
understand
out."
who you play for? Like, the pressure ain't gonna get off. It's gonna get worse. It's not gonna, dude. You need to go. Like, for your mental state. I'm someone that's had to deal with my own issues, mental issues. So I understand it. That's why I'm like, bro, say this for your mental state, bro. Go look for another club where the pressure is not gonna always be on you. For your sake, bro. You understand what I mean? Like, if you want to continue playing football, you understand what I mean? Because Barcelona fans, bro, the Barca media, they're not going to slow down on you. They won't. You understand what I mean, right? And that's the same thing with Kobashi. This kid is young and we're throwing him in the wolves. I'm like, bro, you got to play like Christensen. I get the guy is not always fit, but brother, every time this brother plays, he's playing well. But for some reason, he's fit and he's not even playing. Makes no sense. This is the problem. This is the downside with Flick. When Flick is one of those managers who, if he doesn't rate you, brother, he would genuinely sabotage the team before he plays a player that he doesn't rate. And I have an issue with that, right?
We've seen that with my manager as well.
Yeah. Look at Endrick. The Endrick situation is the perfect example for me. Like, because I'm like, bro, he doesn't rate Endrick.
Bro, look at Gonzalo Garcia. Look at the way he's treated him.
But he's given Gonzalo Garcia a
yeah. But after waiting in the Club World Cup, he's barely giving him a sniff. And when he does give him a sniff, it's like, what, 5 minutes? Apart from the Bilbao game, you don't see that often. That's the issue.
That's the problem, isn't it? So and you're right, it is the same because I watch Madrid games and I'm like, bro, Gonzalo Garcia is always coming on in the 80th minute, 85th minute, every single game. I'm like, bro, this is the number 9, you know. Like, you're seeing Madrid having a problem with Mbappe playing in the middle, but this manager insists, yo, Mbappe is going to play in the middle and Vinny's going to play on the left. Brother, experiment, bro. You're a new manager. You want to make sure you build a formula that's going to work, because if it doesn't work, you're going to get sucked. And this is the thing. When it comes to Flick, that is my issue with it, because it's like, bro, that game, Martin was the best player in the defense. Bro, this guy cooked. I'm not going to lie, man. Martin, that's one of the few things I will give credit to Flick for. Moving Martin from left back to center back has actually worked for the last 2 games. He's been doing well. In that Atletico game, I admired it, bro. He was really doing his job in that game. You understand what I mean? Right? Right? He performed so well in that game. Martin. The defense, Koundé, bro. Again, Koundé just being Koundé. I don't think he was even as bad as the Chelsea game. But dude, every time I see this brother, bro, I'm always stressing, bro. I'm sweating. I'm like, bro, he's just gonna he could get cooked by.
Oh, let's just prove it. The only thing we can cheer for is La Liga. We ain't doing anything in Europe this season. Let's just prove it.
No, we ain't. No, bro, trust me. There's a reason why I don't talk about Europe anymore. You know, it's funny. I said this in my match reaction. I don't know if you watched my match reaction in the Chelsea game. I said, brother, this is why my expectations in Europe is different from my expectations in La Liga. I can talk about La Liga. There's a reason every time I talk. You notice when I talk, I only talk about Do you ever hear me talk about Champions League? I know my team. This team is not ready for the big ear trophy, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This team is not ready.
But both of us need like 2 to 3 years, and then we can start having a talk.
Facts. Because, bro, right now, both of our teams need like cleanup. We need a cleanup job, new players. You know, I feel like there's too many players that have been here that have overstayed their welcome. Both teams. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. I don't even think that anyone can disagree with that.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, well, just to conclude with the Atletico game, when they took the lead, I was worried, but in the end, Rafinha, bro, dude, Sam, do you see, bro, why I was talking about
as soon as when Rafinha did, and then when he assisted it to Olmo, I was like, yeah, that's it.
Dude, this is what I mean. See, when I talk about Rafinha, people think I'm talking about Rafinha coming back and playing to the same level as last season, which he could, but you know what Rafinha showed me last season that made me realize this brother is replaceable in this team? We want players that you know are going to play for the badge. That's it.
Bro, you know what? There was a sequence that I saw. He was pressing, but then he was putting his arms out like this because no one was following up with him when he was pressing. That is not something I was seeing last season. That is something that I was really... If I was a Barca fan, I would be worried about that, because I would be like, yo, he's pressing. He's starting to press. Why are you not following up with it? Why is he fluffing his arms out like this to you?
But this is the point. Because you know why? Because you know what it is?
No. But you get what sequence I'm talking about. Do you know what sequence I'm talking about?
No. So I might not. I don't remember specifically, but I think I might have.
In the first half, he was pressing multiple times, and then he does this because people are not following up with him with the press. Other players
but that's the point. But you see, and this is the thing, right? Sometimes when you see situations like that, and you know what's going on with the team, you kind of look at it and you're like, I can see why he did that. I can see why he did that because I've seen it in previous games where he wasn't playing, where I, as a fan, was frustrated with that. And I'm like, he's the captain. Remember, Sam, he was the captain in the game.
I'm
So
not
he was.
blaming him. Like, he's
No,
doing
no,
the
no. I
right
know you're
thing.
not. No, I know you're not. I know you're not. My point is, as the leader, and this is the thing, that's what a captain's job is. You see, when it comes to a player like Ramos wasn't afraid to come into any player and tell them, yo, do this, do
No,
this, do this, do this. That's what I need. I need a player
definitely.
who's going to tell these young players here who just think at the end of the day, what you did last season is going to be enough for this season. It ain't. It ain't.
Big up
Step
El
up.
Capitano.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? You saw the footage in the Alaves game when Flick was sitting down and Rafinha was consoling. I think Rafinha, that stayed with him. You understand what I mean, right? I think that stayed with Rafinha, and Rafinha is kind of put a kick on the backside that these players need. Because sometimes that's what you need. That's why the captain is there. It's not just the manager that's supposed to talk to the players.
Yeah, because the manager just realized that if Rafinha's not there, bro, his attack is pretty much gone like that. I mean, if Lamine Yamal don't do that, but he's realized that, bro, the team won't press without the guy. It's clearly obvious now.
But you know why I've always said for me Rafinha, and this is why I understand why Flick gave the captaincy to Rafinha last season in some games, because Rafinha is vocal. And the thing with Rafinha is, it's good. This is not like a Bruno Fernandes vocal where he just talks and doesn't back up his words. With Rafinha, he will never tell a player something that he wouldn't do. Like he just mentioned, he was pressing and nobody was following up, and he went off because it's like, bro, why am I the only one pressing here? You understand what I mean, right? Cover yourselves as well. Do your job. Press like me. You understand what I mean? And when he got the equalizer for me, I said it wasn't just the goal. It's the fact that you can tell, bro, when a player is playing for the badge. See, more than anything else, Sam, for both of our clubs, we want players that are going to play for the badge. We don't care about big names. We care about a player that is going.
Why do you think I want so many? Why do you think I want players like Sestero, Chema, and Nico Paz to play for my club? Why? Because they're actually Madridistas. They're from the Castilla. Yeah, and they're actual Madridistas, bro. They'll run for my badge, bro.
You run for the badge.
Warriors. I want warriors in my team, bro. That is what you want. You want warriors, bro. Yeah, bro.
You want warriors, bro. You just want players that you know, bro. They're gonna die for the badge. They understand who they play for.
You don't want a Ferran Torres in there. You want someone like Rafinha in there. I don't want someone like what's it called, Rodrigo in there anymore. Yeah, I want someone like Gonzalo Garcia or someone like Endrick in there.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get into that because I feel like the same similar issues having at your club. But when it comes to Rafinha, right, he got the equalizer, right? Obviously, he got to go and assist, but for me, it was his performance. It was his drive. It was what he was doing when he wasn't with the ball. And that's what I mean. I'm like, bro, for me, this brother is my captain for the rest of the season when he's fit. I don't care who is back. Ter Stegen, whoever, bro.
Will be to keep him fit now, isn't it?
That's the thing, isn't it? Because I'm like, bro, if he's fit, he's the captain. And I think Flick even knows that now. I think Flick, when he came up to him and he spoke to him, he could tell this brother he plays for the badge. He can rely on him. You understand what I mean, right? And I that's what I want. And that's what I want from now on. I want this guy to be the captain because, dude, a captain is everything to a team. A captain represents how good your team is. If your captain is a leader that steps up, then the team will step up. And if a team doesn't step up, you know Rafinha is not afraid to come to your face. I don't care who you are. You do your job. You're playing for Barcelona, bro. It ain't good enough. You think what you did last season was enough? You understand what I mean, right? So that's what I mean. So in the end, we won 3-1. Dani Olmo got the second goal. He got injured. He's out now for about 4 weeks, bro. Amazing. Another injury in this team, right? And then obviously Ferran Torres just doing a Ferran Torres goal, right? Score when the win is already in the back, like he did against Bilbao. So I'm like, well, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I don't play Ferran Torres. I know he was a bench player. I've said that he is the definition of a bench player. He does his best work on the bench. Let him do it. That's it, right? But big win for us. But listen, Atletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid. Now, Sam, I didn't watch the game. That's the funny thing. I didn't. I was working overtime, right? So I didn't get a chance to watch the game. That's why you guys didn't see a hit watch or a reaction because I wasn't home. But 3-0, right? The result kind of says that it's your best away performance of the season so far, arguably, right?
Yeah, we play quite well. We play quite well.
3 goals.
Finally.
Yeah, Mbappe, Brace, and Camavinga. Once again, Mbappe stepping up. Now Mbappe's getting
I'm not gonna get gassed. Yeah, but I'm not gonna get gassed because I've seen this shit over and over again, bro. You do that against Celta Vigo, City, and Alaves, and then we can start having a chat. I'm just glad that this stupid 6 games away is gone. I don't ever want to see that again. Never, ever, ever.
Mm.
I hated that so much, so
Right.
so much.
Mm.
But listen, I'm still angry that we've lost our lead. But to be fair, it's only
I'll be
one.
honest, I understand it. I completely understand your
Yeah.
anger.
But to be fair, you're just only 1 point ahead. So listen, if we win our next game, you drop points, and let's
You're
say you
playing
draw and
Batista
we keep.
away. That's gonna be a banana skin for
Yeah,
them.
like if you draw and we win, then we're what 1 point ahead. Well, at least that's
1 point
something.
ahead.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
one, 1 point. Yeah, 1 point.
but you
You're
know
one
what
point.
really pissed me off is when Fede came out and said that we didn't have the right mentality in these last few games. It's been 3 away games. You didn't even have the right mentality, but then you want to turn up against the big boys, and this is my issue with these lads. They pick and choose when they want to turn up, yeah, and I can't stand that, mate. I hate when he said that,
Mm,
bro, I literally lost my head. I was like,
mm,
but if this is gonna be you, yeah, whoever had that mentality, whoever had that
mm,
mentality in particular, bro, then bro, real talk, just get out of my club then just get out of my club.
mm.
Yeah, because I have no interest of you being there. I have zero interest. That's the thing.
No, no, I mean, look, I get it. Because here's the thing, right? When you look at both of our teams' runs, you were looking at Barca's run and thinking, dude, if we lose our title, like the top of the table after this run, then this team is not ready.
Bro,
Because I said this today.
I don't think people realize how angry the fans will be if we don't win this league this season, bro. So we just
No,
want
but here's the
to.
thing, because me and Dave were talking about it on the last Madrid to Barca podcast. We literally looked at the games, and we were looking at Atleti, we're looking at Real Betis, we're looking at Villarreal, we're looking at I think Espanyol during this run, and we're like, yo, Bilbao. I'm like, bro, look at all these games. These are all potential banana skins for Barcelona. And then you look at your side, and I'm like, bro, on paper, every single game you can walk. Every single game. Every single game. Elche, you should have been able to walk. Right, Raikkonen, you should have been able to. I'm not saying they're easy wins, but you should have been able to win.
If we plays
The
the
three
same,
draws you got, those three
look,
draws.
if he plays the same formation they did, and we win all games, then that just shows that we might not be able to start Coulier. Then he might have to be on the bench for a lot of these games.
So what?
So,
Bellingham played in this game and Gula was off, and then he
bro, do you
came
know what? Bellingham played more as a false nine, and then you had Mbappe and what is it, Vini
in the
up
wings.
top.
I mean,
No. It was a diamond. We played a diamond.
okay, so that, but it's funny because he's played the diamond before, and I think it worked. But did he play in the Club World Cup?
Nah, I think he played a 3-5. I don't remember. Nah, I think it was a
Yeah,
three
this
five
man has
two.
been changing his tactics so
But
much.
again, that was but again, he played with the proper number 9 there, so that's the difference. But look,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, look, we're gonna have to see because at the end of the day, no matter what happens this season, I still
Mhm.
want players gone. That
Mm.
I ain't changing whether we win the league or not. I want players out, and I want what's it called? And I want um what's it called? And I want new players in. I want a midfielder in. I want a defender in, and you know what? And Nico Paz coming back. Yeah, we're gonna need something like that, and then sell Deadwood players out.
Is Nico Pass a
Deadwood
left or
players.
a right winger?
What?
I said Nico Pass, is he a left or a right winger?
No, Nico Paz is a cam, bro.
Oh, he's a cam. But
Yeah,
doesn't he play
Nico
out?
Paz.
Doesn't he play out wide sometimes? I think
I
he
mean,
plays
he
on the right.
could.
He can be.
I mean,
I think he
yeah,
can
I
play on
mean,
the
he
right
could.
wing.
Yeah, I mean, he could, but he's a 10. He's a natural 10.
Because
So
if you
that's
play him in the 10, then you got Bellingham, Guller,
yeah.
and
No. But I want Nico because Nico will run like a dog, and Nico will
do
actually
you think?
fight
But
for
do
his
you think the
position.
manager will play him there? Because this is the problem, bro. Unfortunately, what you want and what the manager brings in is two different things.
Oh, here's
You
the
don't
thing.
want
Yeah,
to bring this.
but the manager's not going to have a choice because you can't. Because if he keeps doing that, bro, then he's going to get sacked. If he
Right.
keeps doing that, bro, and he's not turning a result, but he's just putting himself in dead man's water, bro. So at the end of the day, my man needs to start understand that. Listen, mate, you've got to start playing some of these players in their position. Endrick's going out on loan, but he will be back next year. Madrid refused to take an offer in for sale, like full sale. They refused to take that offer. So
Right.
listen, fair play. All I'm begging for now is listen, get this out of the line, get this swim me the title, and then no matter what happens, bro, get me a defender in, if not two, get me another what's it? Get me a centre and get me what's called a get me Nico Paz in. We'll have to see when it comes to an attacker. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Vini.
So
no matter what.
can I just say something very quickly, Sam? And I only wanna because here's the thing, your opinions, you're very unfiltered, right? You don't do
Mm,
this thing where you're like always staunchly defending the team. You're more than happy to call these people out, anyone, whether it's the manager, the club, the president, whoever it is.
mm,
Let me tell you something, right? Even from a Barca standpoint, when I look at Madrid's situation, brother, it is so different from what we're going through. Because here's the thing, right? When you guys opened the lead, it was easy for me as a fan to say, Barcelona, we had injuries, we had problems. And yes, sometimes the manager, he did a lot of stupid stuff. I agree, right? But the manager had a limited squad, right? Some of the players, the attitudes pissed me off. I didn't like it. But
mm.
when I look at Madrid's situation, this is why I think your situation is worse than mine. You guys haven't had the kind of issues that you had last season with injuries. You understand what I mean? Even though you've had a few injuries. I think the problem with this current Madrid team is this is an entitled squad.
Yeah.
The last time I saw an entitled Madrid squad in my lifetime, an entitled one, because Madrid, I've always had this king's mentality my whole life. You understand what I mean, right? But the last time I ever saw like Madrid be entitled was probably in the early 2000s during the first Galacticos. In
Yeah.
the end, that team was so entitled, Florentino Perez couldn't handle them. That's why he resigned. You understand what I mean, right? Because he's just giving them way too much power. When I look at this, what you just said about what Fede Valverde said, for me, I'm just like, brother, do you understand who you play for? Like, bro, let me be clear here, right? These players, and this is the problem, and see, even your own fans, they do this thing, right? They need to stop this idea of, but this player did this, and but this player did that, and this. Bro, if you want to
People
live in
are
the
turning on
past,
these
you're never
players,
going to
bro.
see.
More and
Yeah,
more people are turning on these players.
yeah, because here's the thing: the more you have this mindset of, but what they did in the past. Guess what? Guess what? You're never going to get to the next level in the future because you're still stuck in the past. You understand what I mean, right?
Miguel
For me,
Florentino, he came out and he defended that manager. He came out and said, "Listen, I'm backing the manager. The manager's got my full backing. Not and these, he's basically telling that the players will not decide.
but this is but you know
So
what? But here's the thing: even though I don't
fair
think
enough.
Alonso has been perfect, this is why I don't think Alonso is the biggest problem. I think
No,
that this
look,
squad.
I blame the players more than I blame him.
Mm,
Like I
but that's
said
the thing,
before,
isn't
that
it?
yeah, but
Yeah,
I literally said no matter what happens, I want some of these players gone. No matter what happens, but we can win the league, and I'll still want some of these men gone, and I want new, fresh, new blood in. Do you get
yeah,
me?
yeah.
That's not me. Do you get me? That is not me saying that this has been bad or awful or anything like that.
Right. No, that's true. That's true. Because I'm watching this. I'm like, bro, you guys are so entitled. Like when I listen to some of your players, like the Vinny's and some of these other players, just complaining about the manager talking about his contract situation. I'm just like, bro, let me tell you something. I don't care what you did in the past. You think that you have enough? You think what you did in the past levels you any right to come out and actually demand if apparently manager stays or goes, bro? When Messi was at my club, Messi, when he was renewing contracts, never said, if this player or this manager or this person was still here, I'm not signing a new contract. Like, who the hell do you think you are to be sitting there telling the
If Ronaldo don't
president or
step up,
whoever it
if
is?
Ronaldo don't step up, he's not gonna get that deal. Like I said, it's in his own hands. Perform and win me stuff. Yeah, start showing that you're back to the old Vinny. Yeah, then cool. Yeah, then we can have a discussion. If not, then bro, you ain't getting that new deal. And listen, I've got no personal attachment to any of these players. No
Good,
personal attachment whatsoever.
good, good. I'm glad you don't. Because here's the thing, right? As a fan, I've always said this, man. This whole personal attachment thing, I don't believe in any of it. Because I'm just like, you know what it is? People like to do this thing where they're like, but this and this and this and this. Listen, man, this is the reason why these players have these huge egos, because there's always these fans on social media. They're always going to defend every single thing that they do. You understand what I mean? Right? So these people go to social media and they've been told you're not wrong for having this mindset. So they think, okay, I'm not in the wrong because the fans are backing me and all this stuff. No, you understand what I mean, right? I feel like with Vinicius, especially, you just had a terrible season. You should be keeping your head down. You shouldn't be complaining whatever the manager does, because you understand, bro. I'm in the outside looking in. Last season was poor. This season I'm just gonna play football and be quiet. And the more I cook, if the manager doesn't play me, the fans will know, and fans will be like, nah, man, Vinny has been improved this season. We need to see more of him.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean, right? So yeah, for me that's what I think. But look, Sam, let's actually quickly talk about this before we get out of here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Weekend games. Barcelona versus Real Betis. We're going at the Villa Marin. Last season we didn't win there. What are you thinking, man? Honestly.
Bro, do you know what? The Real Madrid is probably one of the few teams now because you got. I think that's going to be one of the few teams you don't win against away.
Okay.
If you play them at home, I think you would. I think you would beat them. I'm saying. Actually, hell, what should I say?
Jeez.
Yeah, you know what? I'm saying 1-1. I'm saying 1-1. That game 1-1. That's going to be one of the very few last games that I'm saying that Barca drops points in. It
Okay.
also depends on if Rafinha stays fit.
Right.
But
Right.
if he keeps staying fit, then that's going to be one of the very, very, very few games I say that, yeah, you know what, you'll drop points in that one. But
Right. Right.
yeah, so listen, we'll have to
So,
wait and see.
so yeah, Sunday you guys are playing Celta Vigo. The Bernabeu.
If this was away, I would have said draw again. But because it's at home, I'm gonna say a win. I'm gonna say a 2-0 win because it's at
You
home.
know, all right, man. All right, man. But listen, man. Big up to you. Appreciate you for being here, Sam. Listen,
Yeah, mate.
man. The title race is gonna be absolutely interesting. Hopefully, we get the job done against Real Batiste. Okay, because we're playing first, so we can win and just kind of put our foot up. You feel me, right? Whatever
Yeah,
happens
yeah, yeah, yeah,
on
100,
Sunday. And hopefully,
100%.
Celta Vigo do the job. Maybe get a 1-1 draw over there. The Bernabeu will be amazing.
Not my gaff, bro. I'm back at my own gaff now. When I'm back at my
Nah,
own
bro.
gaff,
I'll be. Listen, you know me, man. I'll be watching. I'll be watching the Matrix
you can
show.
hit what you want, bro. I'm my gaff, bro. Not many teams takes points on my gaff. Do you get me?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
If I,
we'll
do you know
see.
what? If I remember quite right, I think every time we've dropped points, it's been away, not at home.
Yes, yes, yeah. You've won all your home games.
Yeah, it is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well.
Yeah, good, yeah, interesting. But yeah, man, listen, but big up to you for being here, guys. Listen, make sure you guys go subscribe to Madridista Sam. Always, guys, big up to him. Make sure you guys go subscribe to
By the
him.
way, make sure you're there tomorrow. By the way, 8-hour live stream tomorrow before for the World Cup draw. Another 8-hour live.
Oh yeah, tomorrow is the World Cup draw. I might actually do that too. But yeah, man, listen.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm live. Another 8-hour stream live.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be. I'm not doing 8 hours. So listen, make sure you guys go check Madridista Sam channel because he's gonna be live very early tomorrow. So yeah, man. Big up to you, man. Appreciate you guys for being here. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Madridista Sam, and peace, you guys. Take care.
Be safe, people.